The Bambi Alliance members on the Traitors may look sweet and harmless, but they prove that they're just as ruthless as any other player by taking out one of their own. When Chris Hellstaz and Gabby Windey turned on their BFF Nikki Garcia during an emotionally charged roundtable, calling her out as a traitor, it was the final nail in the coffin for the retired WWE wrestler formerly known as Nikki Bella. But Garcia got the last laugh on her way out after her banishment, as she revealed she was actually a faithful, leaving Staz and Windey in tears as they realized they betrayed their friend for nothing. Garcia tells Entertainment Weekly she felt shocked watching certain parts of Thursday's episode leading up to the roundtable because she had no idea she was a target, and she still feels sad about the way her banishment went down. You look at it and you get frustrated at yourself, like I should have said this, and why didn't I do that? Garcia says, so that's always hard when you watch it, but overall I feel good. Below, Garcia breaks down her betrayal at the hands of her fellow Bambi Alliance members, how she actually suspected Danielle Reyes and Carolyn Wigger as traitors, but not Boston Rob Mariano, and more. Both of your Bambi allies publicly turned on you in the roundtable. Did you have any idea that was going to happen, or was it a surprise in the moment? Nikki Garcia. No, I was totally blindsided. I had no idea, to tell you the truth. I didn't know everyone was going to come after me, or that everyone was talking about me that day. I just was shocked, and I felt like I just didn't have time to gather my thoughts. And then, of course, when Chris Hell spoke, I wasn't expecting that. How did you feel about Chris Hell and Gabby betraying you like that? Oh my gosh, it was so heartbreaking. I wasn't even mad. I was actually just so sad. That's the feeling of betrayal. I knew right then and there too. She just sealed my fate. That's it. That's why I didn't even argue at that point, because feeling the energy around the table right after that, I just knew. There's nothing I could say. Now someone in my alliance, a friend, just spoke against me. And that's what everyone's going to believe. It was emotional. With allies like that, who needs enemies in this game? Honestly, I get where Alan's like, don't trust anyone. I'm used to having that form of alliance or sisterhood, so it naturally felt right for me in this. And so now I'm like, shoot, this is what makes me not a gamer, because you're on your own. I'm not used to being on my own. I at least have my sister. This experience was amazing, but it definitely made me realize that I am not a gamer. Your last confessional was pretty salty, and I do not blame you at all. What were you feeling in that moment? In the moment, I was definitely hurt and confused because the Bambis, if anyone would have went against them at all, I would have had their back. And if I ever felt like they were giving me traitor vibes, I would have came to them before going to the roundtable. Phaedra from Season 2 is a perfect example. She protected her friends, and even when her friend came to her and was like, "Are you a traitor?" And she's like, "No," but she still protected her. I would have thought maybe we would have had something like that. Knowing when it's your own girls who get you out of the game, it wasn't like someone came after me and had such good evidence of why I would be a traitor, and then they went along with it. It's when someone speaks up and they help convince everyone else that you're a traitor, and that's why I felt those things that I did. But I've seen the girls since, and it's great. So there's no hard feelings between the Bambis? No. I went into it as a game. I had that athletic mindset of we're here to play a game, and I just don't take anything personal. What anyone was saying behind my back, it was definitely hurtful to me. Sierra attacking my personality was more hurtful than Chris Hell, because it happened to me in the game, and I think she got more manipulated and brainwashed by Boston Rob that day. He got in her head. But after experiencing everything at that round table, feeling super S-tie, I just feel like there's such a different way to play games, especially that kind of game, than attacking people's personalities or who they are. Who did you think were the traitors at the time of your banishment? I was very much on Danielle, and from day one I had suspected Carolyn, but I'd always go back and forth with her. But I was for sure convinced Danielle was. Boston Rob tricked me. I couldn't believe it. But Danielle and Sierra, at the point of my banishment, are who I thought for sure were traitors. I never knew a traitor could take out a traitor, so when I found out Boston Rob was, I was floored. You and Gabby had a hilarious exchange at the very beginning of the season when you saw Tom Sandoval get out of the car, and you weren't going to say hi to him. How do you feel about him outlasting you in the game? Ouch. That one hurts. He's probably one of the most frustrating game players, as we've all seen. I remember feeling that when I was there. He just loves to talk, but there's no point to it at the end. It takes you in no direction. It's funny, I never even thought about that, but good for him for still being there. What did you think of his sweaty pit stains that have gone viral on the internet? It's so funny. I just don't remember it in person. It was kind of funny to see all the memes about sweating because he knows he's lying, or when everyone's tying it back into Vanderpump Rules. So, I thought that was hilarious. Poor guy. Well, no, I don't want to say poor guy, not poor guy. He brings it all onto himself. I never thought that until I did the show with him. There's a reason. Who do you think is playing the worst game? The one that sticks out to me the most would be Danielle, because when you were trying to act too much, fake cry, and when you look back at the shields, it's so messy. Who do you think is playing the best game? Dylan by far. He from day one was just so good. This interview has been edited and condensed for length and clarity. New episodes of the Traitors Season 3 drop Thursdays on Peacock.